Let's see, 8:21 is the time now. Getting the right results can cause a huge amount of stress for pupils, but it can be more difficult if you don't get the grades you're expecting.
More and more exam papers have been sent back to be remarked in recent years, and there's expected to be another rise today.
How does it affect the pupils and their teachers? Joined by James Dathan, who's an assistant head teacher, and Callum Abel, a former pupil, who had an exam paper sent back. So we have teacher and pupil here. Callum, just set the scene for us. That you took your GCSEs last year.
Yeah.
You're waiting for your results. What comes in?
Well, I got a grade D, which I was so disappointed about.
What subjects is this?
This was maths.
And why was that so important?
Because I needed the basic C in English, C in Maths to get onto the course that I'm doing now, football coaching.
So you knew what you wanted to do and you knew what you needed to get. The results come up. What was the reaction from you and your family?
Well, I think everyone was disappointed, especially myself. And when I got the remark, got five extra marks. So there's a big jump to the next grade that I needed. So I was over the moon.
So you got your C?
I got my C.
Were you disappointed because you expected to get
Yeah,
a C?
I was expecting to get my C.
OK, so that's what was expected, and then there was this disparity, and you put the remark in.
Yeah.
And how many remarks, or for how many pupils did you have to send remarks in for?
Last year I put 19 in for anybody who was sort of very close to a grade boundary. And of those 19, 10 of them actually went up the grade, which, you know, sort of over half of your remarks going up is... It's quite a surprise, really.
And is it as clear-cut as it would be in Callum's case? You expected a C. I mean, I don't know how big a difference 5 marks makes in terms of the grade banding, but you could be confident with Callum in that sense, but you can't be confident in all of them, can you?
Can't be confident in everybody, but the fact that they're within 1 or 2 marks usually means that there's room for a mistake to have been made, and when over half of those come back as big mistakes having been made, you know, 5 marks for Callum, especially within maths. Maths is a pretty easy subject to mark. It's right or it's wrong. It's not subjective like English and other subjects. Maths, it's yes or no. So to have 5 marks out of the total of 200 is quite a big discrepancy, really.
Yeah, I mean, do you draw conclusions from that? I don't know how many years of experience you've had of that.
Too many.
But what conclusions do you draw about it? Because you say it's the marking process, the answer is right or wrong. I mean, are things getting worse?
Year on year, we look at everybody who's within a couple of marks and we automatically put them in for remarks, and it's normally 15 to 20 students, and as a matter of course we would get about half of those to change their grade.
Who pays for the remarking of an exam? Because that's a problem, isn't it? In some schools they're not going to have the funding, or the pupils aren't going to have the funding to say, have another look. We
put in for the remarks, so we foot the bill. But the exam board say if there is a mistake, be it a grade change or even just 1 or 2 marks, then it's sort of on the house. They won't charge us for it.
And Callum, it's worth pointing out, isn't it? It can go either way. So if they remark and your mark comes out worse, that's the mark you get. You don't revert back to what you had before.
No, you don't.
So it's a gamble. But in your situation, because you wanted to get up to the C, you had nothing to lose. Would that be right?
Well, you know, it would have been a struggle for me to, if I did get a D, then the course I'd be doing, I mean, they'd support me and do like private classes for me to help me to resit, to try to get my C. But I got the C, so I've got more, you know, accessibility to my course and what I can do now.
Unnecessary stress for you though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
You must have been quite annoyed.
Yeah, I was gutted. I really was.
And were you confident in yourself that you had done enough?
Yeah,
you thought
yeah, stayed every night after school, you know, revising.
I suppose that's key, isn't it? Because you will have, as the teacher, you'll have an instinct as to, you know, what you think your students are going to achieve on the day.
I mean, going back on your experience comment, I know how hard he works. I've been teaching for 15 years. You get to know what a C grade student looks like, what sort of skills they have, and Callum's got all of those.
But if you can see it, and it's put against the curriculum and the demands of the curriculum, why can't the examiners see it?
Because the examiners are assessing students on one day's performance. You know, that's a very difficult thing to do if Callum had a bad night's sleep, or if he wasn't in the right frame of mind, or if you know, he didn't have the right breakfast, or he had an argument with his girlfriend the night before, or something like that.
That never happens.
No,
that shake of the head means that never happens.
That can affect his performance on the day. I got to teach him for a long period of time, got to know him, know how hard he works, and he absolutely deserved this C. And I was saying to him on the way here, one of the best things I got to do was that phone call telling him, mate, it's gone up, it's changed.
That's good. Callum,
Please,
good luck with
Ian.
everything. Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.